Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. There's a companion book by Barbara Moore, if you're interested. And it's a Llewellyn publication. There's the website, llewellyn.com. Alright, Supportive Oracle Cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. I thought there was... No, maybe this is the one without the website. Did the other one have a website? No, Llewellyn, yep, it had the Llewellyn. This one doesn't have one? No, I don't think this one has one. HeyHouse.com. Aha! HeyHouse.com at the bottom if it focuses. Down over here. That's the website. HeyHouse.com if you're interested. 2002 publication, but still, there you go. I think I originally thought that there wasn't one for them, so there you go. Fun times. Is the block releasing? Let's go a little farther. There might be a block that's releasing. Someone's helping you with this. Let me take that. Okay, someone is helping. Ooh. Yeah, we got good things. What is pushing it forward? Somebody, like, it's someone else bringing something to you. It's either you've been waiting for it. Have you been waiting for it, or is it just showing up? It's a little unclear exactly how it's coming to you, but you got the magician coming towards you. Like the magician is looking for you. This is somebody who can make a lot of things happen. And they have this 10 of Pentacles to give you. Something of great value that's going to last. It's something that has longevity, great value, feeling prosperity. We got the other two here. We got success and abundance coming forward. There's a challenge with this. I think the challenge I'm feeling for you is to believe in it. I feel like I say this a lot. I'm a Pisces too, so I'm here with y'all. I just feel like sometimes, and you can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, as Pisces, sometimes you get to the point where you're like, I believed it enough, I just can't believe in this. I don't know how else to say it. It's just kind of like you get to a point where like you want to believe, you want to have that optimism, but sometimes it's just kind of like, yeah, I've been kicked down the stairs enough. I don't know if I'm really up for it again. And you know, if that hits for somebody, great. If it doesn't, maybe that's good too. Because that's when I'm getting the challenges. Kind of like, oh, is somebody just setting me up? Like, am I going to the top of the stairs just for them to knock me down them? Hey, sir, no. Logan? Logan, no. Sorry, one moment. Logan, no. Logan, no. Okay. Fine, make out with the chips. Whatever. So if you hear crunchy noises, it's because my cat is rubbing up against bags of chips. Because he's a little drama queen. That's why. He wants my attention, and he knows that'll drive me nuts. Back to your reading, though. That was unexpected. Sorry about that. There's a lot coming for you. I feel like I want to believe. It's not that I don't want to believe, but I feel like there's a lot of us who are like, you know what? You only get kicked down the stairs so many times before you're like, you know what? It's not working. That's not working for me. And I feel like there's the hanged man can come loose here. You don't have to be stuck in this situation any longer. The hanged man is not supposed to be a way of life. But for some of us, we decide, you know what? I feel like this is for the Pisces that are nervous. Like, you know, things have gone wrong one too many times, and you're like, I don't know if I really want to do this. It could be a few different things. Could be financial, could be romance, could be whatever it is where you feel like I've tried, I've gone that road, and I've been optimistic, and I've ended up flat on my face. And I don't know if I have it in me to give it another roll. I don't know if I have it in me to do it. The Hanged Man, you're not meant to stay in this. You're meant to try again. This is the universe saying, please try again. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. Okay, so I'm a Pisces too, so I feel like I'm in here with everybody else. I feel like sometimes we set ourselves up. And I think for Pisces, we overwork ourselves, or we get to ourselves where we work at a deficit, sometimes an emotional deficit for the benefit of somebody else. And they're saying, give this another shot, but look back at what went wrong in the previous situations. Were you overgiving? I think Pisces, I'm a Pisces person, so I think we can be very giving to a fault sometimes, and then, especially if we start off situations where we're giving, and then instead of people being thankful for it, they become expectant of it. And when you start pulling back, or kind of like, I can't keep up that pace anymore, people get very unhappy, or they accuse you of like slacking off or whatever. So they're kind of like saying, look at your past situations. Were you overgiving? What did you lend to the situation that kind of maybe set you up? Did you aid in setting you up? Did you allow somebody to treat you a certain way instead of standing up for yourself, believing they'll stop or they'll calm down or it's a temporary thing? I don't know. There's something like this, kind of like they're saying, set your standards, set your boundaries in the very beginning. Think of yourself, when this gets going full swing, how you want it to go. Do you want this to be where you're giving, and they're taking? Or do you want that even flow? I give 6, they take 6. Or I give 6, they give 6. I take 6, they take 6. We give and take. We have the balance there. What are we giving? How is it going back and forth? What are they giving to me? What am I giving to them? Not in the sense of like we're keeping an abacus, where it's like a very detailed accounting ledger, but so much like we're aware of, like, I give a bit, they give a bit. I take a bit, they take a bit. Like, it's just how we do. We need the balance there. We definitely need the balance. I feel the nervous thing, but they're saying, whatever this is, be it romance or business, literally the organization card comes in here with the 8 of Pentacles. Plan ahead. See where things are going. Right in the very beginning, make sure you don't overextend yourself. Give yourself boundaries. And hold to those boundaries. I really think this may sound strange, but I feel like, especially for Pisces, we need time away from people. So if this is business, especially if it's romance, make sure you have time where you just have private time for you, where you can watch your favorite show by yourself, or you get something done by yourself, where you just have that recharge time, where you can just collect your own thoughts, think about what's going on, how you feel about it, and regroup and recategorize things. Whatever the situation is, I feel like they're trying to say, make sure you have alone time so you can sort out what you've been doing, how it's feeling, where you want it to go, and just so you can keep doing these audits. 2 to 3 times a week is optimal, at least once a week. 2 to 3 times a week is optimal. And it doesn't have to be, like, I would say at least an hour where you get to do something, you have your alone time, and you're enjoying your alone time. So for some of you, if that's maybe working out, because some people do enjoy that. I know it seems like it's the minority, but if you're the type of person that enjoys that, that could be it. If you just need a moment to watch your favorite show by yourself, it could be a moment where, you get up a little bit early, where you're away from everybody else. You go into a room all by yourself, and you just maybe do whatever you need. Have a cup of coffee just by yourself and just collect your thoughts, roll through your thoughts. 2 to 3 times a week is optimal, at least once a week. Because they're saying when this situation starts, it's not like you're just going to walk away and be like, no, I'm not doing this. It's not going to go like that. It's going to kind of be like it slowly starts to come towards you. The offer seems to start to show itself. You're going to start to notice it. You want to be able to, process that. Think about that. Is this what I really want? Or if I don't want it, why don't I want it? Could this work if I change and have certain boundaries to keep myself happy and healthy? I don't think what's coming toward you is bad, by the way. In fact, the offer with the Magician is coming forward with the Sun card. In my opinion, the Sun card is the best card in the deck. That's the optimal outcome. Thanks, Logan. And he winks at me. Okay, whatever. Whatever, Logan. Okay. So, I'm glad I warned y'all that he was up there, even though he shocked me. Thanks. Thanks, Logan. That completely threw me off. Thanks. Holding the line. You don't want to like hold the line in a way that where you're holding yourself away from your goal, holding yourself away from bounty, holding yourself away from abundance and success. You don't want to like block yourself. There's a difference between holding the line and blocking yourself. Like, don't shut yourself out from something good in the sense of like, I think I'm protecting myself, when in truth you're not really protecting yourself, you're just barring yourself out from something good. Like, you're creating a block. You don't want to create a block. So keep that in mind. What's coming in with the energy is very dynamic. Now, I almost cringe with what I'm about to say, but for some reason I'm going to say it anyway, because I think people get too caught up in this. I'm getting like Taurus Aries connection. Now, it doesn't have to mean this person is a Taurus or Aries, or the person you're dealing with this opportunity is a Taurus or Aries. Where I'm going with this is just kind of like I'm getting this Fire Earth connection where there's a lot of passion, a lot of almost like random movements. Almost, it's almost like random within certain boundaries. It's kind of like, you know, going on a road trip, and the destination and it's like a 5-day road trip going across country or wherever, and the destination is set. Where you're going to end up at the end of the day is set, but like the random things are be like, maybe we'll take different roads. We have like, you know, time set aside to enjoy things and go maybe this place or that place. Where we're going to eat, we haven't decided. Like, we leave at 7 a.m. We're going to end up at this hotel at like 7 or 8 p.m. tonight. It's only a 5-hour trip away, but we're going to do things along the way. We haven't decided what we're going to do, but we know at the end of the day we need to end up there. So it's kind of like the base plan is there. We start here, tonight we end up there. We have all this time to play with. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy ourselves and do things. We just haven't fully decided yet what we're going to do. So that's kind of like the fire, kind of like we're enjoying this. There's randomness. At the end of the day, as long as we make it to the hotel, the next hotel in line, it's all good. Who cares? It's kind of like that. I don't know if that, I hope I explained that well, because I feel like there's randomness within boundaries. Like, we have certain things we have to get here, we got to do this, but there's a lot of play within, like, as long as we keep going this direction, as long as we get this 5 hours of travel in, as long as we're at this spot at the end of the day, everything is good. We can play with the time, we can do what we want, we can eat where we want, we can enjoy a couple of attractions if we want, you know, stuff like that. I really hope I'm explaining that very well. Whoever's coming toward you, by the way, be it romance, business, whatever it is, whatever this offer is, this person, whoever's offering it, like, they think the world of you. The Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, very compatible card. This is somebody or something, like, especially if it's romance, like, it doesn't have to be, it could be business. This is somebody who's used to being by themselves and very self-sufficient, that when they offer something to somebody else, it's not because they just need somebody to fill a spot. When they offer, like if they're offering you, it's not just because I just need somebody here. It's not that at all. It's kind of like, I could do this by myself, and I'm used to doing this by myself, but I like you. You're so special to me, or you're such a great fit, or I trust you so much, or I feel like you're such a great fit for this. I want you to be a part of this. I don't need you to be a part of this, but I want you to be a part of this. It's better. I don't know how to explain that. I hope it makes sense. Because it's kind of like, not everybody gets this offer. It almost seems like a rare offer, and it also seems like the point of like nobody has to fill this position, but you are so important, you're so special. I feel like you should fill this position. I'm not just like I just don't need somebody. Like I could do this by myself, but I feel like it's much better with you. So I'd like you specifically. Like it's very specific to you. Like you specifically are important to this. They're not just kind of like there's no desperation. There's literally making the choice, thinking it through. I want you. I need you here. You're the best choice. If I can't have you, I'm just not going to have anybody here. I'm just going to stay by myself and do it on my own. So it's either you or it's nobody, and if it's nobody, that's nobody. But if I can't have you, I don't need somebody second rate. I need first choice, I need first class, and that is you, Pisces, and that's how they feel about it. Harmony, they really like you too, by the way. I know this could go romance, business, whatever you got going on there, but like, even with romance, like, you know, sometimes you get into relationships and there's a lot of the, oh, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's great. You just trip over yourselves, and everything you do is so magical and wonderful. But this is like, after that even dies down, without that, even though if the romance is there, the romance is there, but even without that, like, I feel like there's a harmony, like, you and this person, even as just friends, or even as just co-workers, you would be simpatico. Simpatico? You'd be compatible. Compatible. Let me say compatible. You do match this person. Like, if there's romance here, that's like the icing on the cake. Because I feel like even just like without the physical connection, there's still harmony here. This is whoever this person is, whether it be romance or business or whatever it is, it doesn't have to be, but I keep feeling romance vibes, it's true. They are a real good match for you. I'm not going to say they're perfect, but a good match. Like, you know, they're very accommodating. They seem to understand, like, your sensitivities, what you're sensitive to, how you like to speak. They take you seriously. They listen to what you have to say, and they look through it, and they're like, wait a minute, you said this, what else does that mean? They know where to pick out the nuances and get some more information from you. They also, like, you know, trust you to take their information and help them move forward. This is a very compatible energy. I'm also kind of like, now I'm going to go back to this, but I have to say this again. I know this is getting long too. Doesn't have to be an Aries or a Taurus, but the thing is, I'm also getting from this, stepping away from those signs is like, these are energies that are not compatible. Like, if these are two separate people, they don't really match. Not stereotypically, they don't match. They don't work together well. If this energy's combined into one person, which happens a lot in the world, where people think one way and they act different and they just can't help it. They may have a very fiery thought process and they have some randomness about them, but they have to keep in certain line. They have to stay in certain tempo, or it also gets them upset. They may have conflicting energies within themselves. This person that likes you may have conflicting energies within themselves. It may just be their natural state. You seem to be compatible with both. Now, stereotypically, you wouldn't say that Aries and Pisces get along, but I get along with Aries, but I don't know. I have an Aries moon, so I don't know if that's part of it. Might be. I get along with Aries. Earth signs, most Earth signs Pisces get along with. Virgo and Pisces are opposites. Opposites don't usually get along. In fact, I would say the opposites don't get along in the zodiac. How intense that is depends on the signs. But, and of course, there's other things in people's charts that sometimes that can be overridden by other things, just to be fair. But just base energy to base energy, they don't usually get along. Pisces usually gets along with Earth signs, though. So I feel like part of this person's going to make complete sense to you. Maybe both sides for some reason. Because I just feel like you might be able to be compatible with both sides. And this person may not be compatible with themselves. It's very interesting because, like I said, I get along with Aries and I'm a Pisces. So I don't have to tell you. And I do get along with Taurus. I get along with all the Earth signs, actually. To a point. I find Capricorns are great as friends, but I can't work with them very well. No shade to No shade to Capricorn. I don't know why. I think they just do things their way, and it doesn't work for. I don't know what to say. I like them as friends. They're great as friends, but I don't work well with them. I don't know what to say. Virgo, I don't really have problems with. I don't know. I just don't. Taurus, I don't. I just seem to think they're awesome. So these both, for me anyway, I'm just going to go that way. I would connect with a person who like had those energies and they weren't compatible within themselves, but I would be compatible with both sides. You might be the mediator for this person within themselves. I don't know if that makes sense. It's almost like a person who has conflicting sides, conflicting views in their own head. You might be the mediator that helps them come to a compatible union, or what do you want to say, compromise between their own thoughts. They might be a complicated person like that. I don't know if that's very rare, really, but sometimes you got people out there that their thoughts and their actions, they just don't match, and they're very conflicted within themselves. This might be a person that's very conflicted within themselves that you help them make sense of their own thoughts. That may happen. They're not bad, by the way. I don't feel a bad energy here. They just might be their own worst enemy. They may be one of those people. There's a hidden thing here. Talking about the truth about how you feel. Don't hold back with how you really feel. The more you put out there how you feel, the more the other person puts out there how they feel. The more you give, the more they give. I really feel like that's a very big piece of this too. The more you give, the more they give. There's stress here. Nine of Swords is stress. King of Swords is the advice to talk it through. It's a reading that whoever's watching, if you're the Pisces, the more vulnerable you are, the more vulnerable the other person will be. The more vulnerable the both of you are, the closer you'll be. Even if it's a business situation, the more vulnerable you are, the more vulnerable they will be. The closer you will get, the stronger the bond. It's up to you what you want to do with that. I can understand how that would be scary, because I'm like, ooh. Personally, I'm like, oh, like, I don't know about that. But hey, take it where you want to take it. It's time to go into the next phase of life. It's time to believe in this for you. You've learned a lot of lessons. You've walked away from things that weren't quite right. Don't walk away from this. Don't walk away from this. Give this a chance. Realize that the past is the past, and you've grown from it and you've learned from it. If there's things here in the past where you're like, I've been kicked down the stairs too many times, I don't know if I want to do this again. Don't stop yourself from enjoying life, because I feel like this is something for you to enjoy. Look at those things, audit those things, start thinking about them, and just see what you can own from that. Try to own something from that. Sometimes it's about knowing the red flags. Sometimes it's not about what I could have done different, other than I don't know if I could have done anything different in the past, but now, looking back, I see where the red flag was. I didn't have reference for that red flag previously, but now I do. So when I look back on these situations, I can see a common red flag, or I learned a few different red flags that I should not have put up with. So now going forward, I have the education through the School of Hard Knocks that, I'm going to look out for those red flags, and I'm just going to keep an eye open. I'm going to give this a chance, but I'm going to keep an eye open for red flags. And if I don't see those red flags, I'll keep going farther. If I do see some red flags, I'm going to have to deal with those right off the bat. Sometimes the red flag is more about more research, kind of like, I'm seeing a red flag, but the red flag says, look at this, research this. Does this look like a problem, or is this a problem? And if it only looks like a problem, why? Let's be sure it's not really a problem. So the red flags, to me anywhere, is like give more attention to this, make sure this is good or bad, whatever it is, act accordingly. All right, I think we've gone on a long time with this reading. I'm going to shut it down here, though. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.